In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we got almost 34,000 leads in the last 3 months without $1 on ad spend. If you don't know who I am, my name is Jesse van Breugel. I'm one of the leading inbound lead gen guys on LinkedIn. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get so many inbound leads on LinkedIn that it almost feels illegal. So as you can see here, this is not a screenshot. This is our actual dashboard from the tool we use. Almost 34,000 leads in our CRM system. So how does this work? Let me first go over to LinkedIn. So as you can see, in the last 109 days, so like 3 months and a bit, we've generated over 5.2 million views, again, without $1 single on advertising, all organically. And as you can see, it's ranging from the lows on 17K to the highs on almost 160K impressions. Imagine if you have to spend or you have to pay for your advertising like this. So as you can see, it's ranging quite a lot. But at the same time, what we have is like every day we grow hundreds of followers to our account. As you can see, it's almost 80,000 people. So the brand and the profile has been growing massively with this one strategy. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how that works. So if I go back to the content performance, like you said, it's from the last 109 days. Let me unpack a few things. As you can see here, it's not just one post. Like sometimes you see people on LinkedIn, they have very high impressions, but it's just one post. It's like an outlier. And sure, we had some peaks, but as you can see, the base level is very high. So a post like here, like 300,000 impressions, 235, 200K, and so on and so on. So what is this exact mechanism that enables us to drive so many leads? Like I said, 34,000 leads in the last 3 months. 5 million impressions, and of course massive numbers of high numbers of new followers. And as you can see in these posts, like I'm gonna go over a few of those in a second, but first I want to stay high level for a second. These posts are not all the same. Sure, the visual here is pretty similar, but as you can see, it's not one trick. It's not one type of the exact post, but it's one strategy that we've been utilizing very, very consistently with a high success rate. Such a success rate that in the last 100 days, more than 38% of my content has gone viral, which in this case means more than 1,000 comments. So, and the good thing here is that all these people that comment on this post are considered leads. And I will show you an example in a second. Because if I go here to this to our tool, like here you have Trevor Corcoran, sorry for butchering your name, date added 20th of November. And if I then go here, like it's just a conversation with this guy, right? It's like an active conversation through the post that I'm going to show you in a second, right? Been seeing your content a bit, keep crushing it. Like I said, it's just a conversation that has been started off the back of content. And that's all we want to do, right? Like Hormozi said this perfectly. A lead is a person you can contact. So now we have 34,000 people we can contact, which we are doing. Nurturing through content, nurturing through email, moving them closer to at some point having built enough know, like, and trust to say like, okay, Jesse, what's the next thing? So one of the things that they do, like for example, we run a workshop next week, or they decide to join our main program, but we help people build this inbound lead system, inbound machine for their LinkedIn as well. So if you're a coach and a founder, that sounds interesting, check out the description for the link. Check the video, explains it a little bit more, so you can like watch it after this video. So let's for now just unpack a few of these posts. Let me just open the first 3. So what we see here, this is a post from 3 months ago. After 2 years, I just finished the LinkedIn GPT playbook, over 1,000 words, and you can have it for free. And then I kind of like go on what's in this book. So it's the exact system that our clients used to close over $2 million, train 100 coaches and consultants, book, blah, blah, blah. You can read it on the screen, right? There's a nice visual here, very much on brand. If you've been following me on LinkedIn, I'm sure you have seen that my color is all about purple. Like a lot of people, they struggle with my surname, which is Van Breugel, very Dutch. But they do know that my first name is Jesse and my color is purple. So whenever they scroll the feed, they see purple, right? Look at this, guys, 6,000 comments. Like a part of that is me because I'm replying back to these people. but at the same time, a post from 3 months ago still getting comments, still getting likes, still being picked up. So we say that we generated over 3,000 leads from this one post. It reached 300,000 people, which is insane, guys, which is insane. We didn't spend a single dollar on advertising. And this is just one post. If I then go to the second post, GPT-5 is the best copywriter I ever write. It generated me 300K in pipeline in the last four weeks. Everyone is bullish about GPT-5. Me too. So I posted this 2 months ago. I think this was, I don't know, August or something. GPT-5 just came out. So I'm like, okay, I can ride that wave. So I built a copywriter, a GPT, which I do a lot, both for our own business, but also for our clients' business. Again, if that sounds like anything you're interested in, check out the video below. But I just put this on. I'm like, yo, I can put this together. It's like a GPT that helps people create content on LinkedIn. He's prompting your GPT into a 3K per month. Goes copywriter. Again, almost 4,000 impressions, 4,000 comments, 235K impressions. So these lead magnet posts, these viral lead magnet posts are crafted in such a way that I build authority on the feed because I position myself as, in this case, someone who knows not just how to build a GPT, but also how to write specific piece of content for LinkedIn with it, packed up in a very simple resource that someone can use, right? Because I understand that for our target audience, who are coaches and founders, they understand LinkedIn is very important. They understand that content on LinkedIn is very important to get inbound leads, but they usually have not much of a clue where to start. And this lead magnet solves that. And to quote our good friend Alex Hormozi again, he said it perfectly for lead magnet. A lead magnet is a complete solution to a narrowly defined problem. So in this case, the problem I defined is like, okay, our target audience knows LinkedIn, knows content is important, but does not know how to write a post. And I'm like, okay, I know how to write a post. Plus, these days we have AI, ChatGPT, GPTs, etc., that instead of me coaching them, I can build something and then give them access. I'm like, yo, here's the GPT, go freaking use it. And again, so many people liked it, so many people loved it, like 1,300 likes, 4,000 comments. And again, you see people are still replying to it. As you can see here I'm replying back to these people. And all these people, this is the beauty. They're raising their hand, interested in what I have to offer. And again, I connect with them, we start a conversation, they get an email list, they're in the orbit. It's a lead being captured, right? That's all what we do. So these lead magnet posts, like I said, they have been working like an absolute charm. And the beauty of this is, it's kind of like a hit and miss, because I'm sure that if you have seen this on LinkedIn, you've seen it a lot. But what I see is it's either it performs very well or it crashes. And like I said, I have one of the best track records. Right now, it's November 20th of 2025. I'm one of the most viral creators in this specific, in this specific niche, in this specific realm. I'm one of the most viral creators because I've just cracked the LinkedIn lead gen code, the lead magnet code to a freaking T. And in this video, I'm just going to walk you through, as you've known, how to do that as well. So let me go over the third example. Here, I also talk about GPT-5. This is also, I think, 2 months ago. Well, it is 2 months ago, but roughly around the same period that GPT-5 was coming out. And I talk about how you can use a project in GPT, in ChatGPT, to create your own 6-agent content team. I'm like, comment agent, and I'll send you the full system. So I'll explain a little bit more about what I've done, what I've built. Visuals pretty similar, but again, 270K impressions and 3,443 comments. And again, all these people are like raising their hands. And as you can see, I have a backlog. I still have to follow up with these people and still have to send them the resource and just follow up with that. But like I said, all these people are coming in our CRM, and from there we can nurture them. And this strategy alone has allowed us to make multiple 5 figures in profit, not just revenue, but in profit over the last few months, just from LinkedIn alone. We have other channels as well, but currently for LinkedIn, this is the #1 channel that just works like a freaking charm. So let me just go back to a few other examples, because let me open this. This is a very interesting one. This is a very interesting one. So people are very much, or I would say, what's the right word here? I would say they are hesitant to start with this strategy because they're like, I have to build all these. By the way, guys, you see all these DMs coming in constantly. It's just like the inbox is an absolute mess. But people are like, oh, damn, I need to just create all these lead magnets and I need to spend so much time building a resource. Well, we flip the model upside its head. Like we just, again, DMs coming up, you literally see, right? So this is all why my profile also says this. Where is my feed here? LinkedIn inbound is dead. That's what people say. Like inbound is dead. Yeah. Check out my feed section where I just have proof. But you can see it literally, like the DMs coming in left, right, and center, guys. So I'm not bluffing. You actually see it working right in real time. But the point I was trying to make before is that people are very hesitant of starting this strategy because they're like, okay, I need to create all these resources. What we do is we flip the model upside down, so up its head. So first what we do, we have an idea that's been validated by other people, and we're like, okay, we see this working for other people, let's push it out as well. And then based on the response of the market, we're like, okay, this resource works, let's build it and ship it. Like we have a very fast shipping time because creating an asset is the easy part. Like when something is being validated, I'm like, okay, let's put this resource together. Of course, always we have an outline because we've been in the industry for so long, right? But I'm sure that if you're watching this and you're a service provider, you have already assets or have assets of drafts that when it's validated by the demand, which I mean here, it's very easy for you to just put it together and ship it, right? Like because the main challenge or the main problem that I see with so many people that are hesitant to starting this strategy because they're like, they spend 20, 30, 40 hours sometimes on a resource. The resource is super good and they're an expert in what they do. There's like 10 years of experience and expertise in that thing. But then what they do, they spend like 10 minutes on the post. And then the post flops with like two comments and they're like, they draw the wrong conclusion. So hear me out. They say the lead magnet does not work. No one wants it. But then I look at the post and I'm like, yo, bro, the post just sucks. Like the visuals off, the text is off, the hook is off. It's very unclear what you're pushing. And then what happens? I help them rewrite the post. I help them rewrite like the visual, and then it goes on. And this is such an interesting thing, guys, because I've run so many experiments. Like I said, I've been tested. I think we've sent like 120 lead magnet posts in the last 4 months. So I've got massive data, right? A lot of winners, but also the quote unquote losers. And from those I learned the most. Because what I can see, it's not the resource that makes it fail, it's the post. And even sometimes I mess up the hook, or I make it too cryptic, or I mess up the visual, and it does not work that well. And I'm like, okay, interesting. The other day, I had a very interesting experiment that I had a lead magnet post, or like a resource that I had an idea for. So I created a post, I pushed it, and it flopped. Not enough validation. So I was like, okay. But then I was like, I believe in this resource because I know that it was, I think it was called like the LinkedIn inbound sales playbook or something, very aligned with what I do. And I was like, I know this is valuable because our clients are using it. I'm using parts of it. And I'm like, I know it's valuable. So I looked again at the post and I was like, I think I just messed up the post. And then I just rewrote the post. In this case, I left the visual out and it hit like 100K impressions and was pretty sick. Let me just look it up. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's from 6 days ago. It's this one. Here, guys. After 5 years on LinkedIn, I'm happy to announce this is, of course, a kind of like an inside joke, if you know what I mean, because people are like, I'm happy to announce X, Y, and Z. Like this is the old way of LinkedIn, but I use this to my advantage. And then I'm like, yo, cold DMs are finally dying. So I know people hate DMs. Like I hate cold DMs. Like I don't want to send them. I don't send them. I've never sent them, and I don't want to get them because they're fucking horrible. And I'm like, okay, steal this strategy. So I'm hinting at something. So here I'm like, opener, I'm tying into something a lot of people either hate or love. So I create contrast. You either hate it or love it. But even if you love cold DMs, I trigger you because you will be like, why is this guy saying it? What is in there? And if you hate cold DMs like me, you are delighted that I have the new strategy, right? So here you can see that it's very smart. There is no visual, there is no nothing, but here I talk, okay, I just released a 15-page guide on LinkedIn inbound sales, a proven system that attracts inbound leads on LinkedIn and how to convert these leads into revenue. Here's what's inside, yada, yada, yada. Comment X to send it to you. Very simple post. Like, I don't know, this is like 180 words, no visual, 1,600 comments, guys. 108,000 impressions. for a text only post, and I don't know how familiar you are with LinkedIn content, but people say like, oh yeah, text only is that. Look at this. Like I literally have proof from the last, there's some other examples as well, which I'm not showing now, but you can find them on my feed if you just go through my content. I'm going viral with text only. So it's just, the idea was good, the execution was even better. Boom, let's go. So the example that I want to share a few times before, like this one, like I said, I had an idea for a design guide because we use a lot of design in our work. As you can see, this is designed with GPT and Nano Banana from Gemini, from Google we use. And I'm like, I can put this together because I know our clients are asking for that, and I know it's valuable for my audience on LinkedIn. I put it together. I tested it, okay, with a hook. After 12 months of testing Canva to get inbound leads, I'm sharing the 25-page playbook with you. Steal this. Comment X and it will get to your inbox. Boom, 4,000 comments, 1,900 likes. Here as well, same example, different execution, 2,000 likes, 3,300 comments. Again, the oh, that's funny. It's actually a 160K, 161K. That's pretty sick. So I know this idea, this works. So I need to find different rappers. So also, this is something that I want you to take away from this. The more lead magnets you have, you can start to cycle them. So at some point you have this 5 or 10 lead magnets, which already have been validated by your post, and you can start cycling them. Why? Because not everyone sees your post every day, and as your audience and your following is growing, you always have new people. So for me, my messaging is very repetitive because I'm in it every day. I've been posting on LinkedIn for 5 years or something, right? So for me, the message is very repetitive. So I need to just find ways to talk about the same thing 1,000 different ways. Like all I talk about is inbound leads, right? Because that's literally what I do on LinkedIn. That's literally what I help our clients with. If you want inbound leads, you come to me. That's how simple it is. If you want to do sales calls and shit, that's not what I help you with, right? So stay in your lane. But at the same time, the beauty of this model is that I don't build lead magnets that aren't validated. And that's the beauty of this thing, because if you're familiar with the lean startup method, for I think it's Eric Ries, back in the days, he wrote a book about how they flipped the model in Silicon Valley upside down. This is, I think, back in the 2000s or something, but with like software development. And that's where this whole MVP, like minimum viable product and stuff, came from. It's similar, right? Validate first, then build. And it's the same, and this is a different discussion, like how we in our business build digital products and workshop and all these things. We validate, we collect the money, then we build. Like otherwise we wouldn't do it. Like someone, like the biggest confirmation is someone's credit card, right? And at the same time here, in terms of like, because there is no credit card, the reactions of people is like, yo, I want this thing. Okay, amazing, ship it. The faster, the better, right? So again, stop wasting 3K a month on a lead gen agency. I generate thousands of leads per week with GPT-5. Boom. And I can go on and on, guys. You can go through my content and you can see the results. Sometimes I have a visual, sometimes I have this visual, sometimes I have books. Again, here, a text only with 86K impressions, on and on, right? As you can see, purple is my color, but I think by now you have known that. Here there's a nice, this kind of like an outlier where I use a nice thumbnail that we also have on our YouTube channel. And it goes on and on and on and on. But like I said, guys, this strategy has allowed us to generate over 30,000, almost 34,000 leads without $1 on advertising. So if you're interested in understanding and learning and unlocking inbound leads for your specific business, I can help you out. Check out the video in the description. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.